Hi everyone, I am S. Karthikeyan, heading the Department of Hotel Management and Catering Science. I am working in JJ College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Pudukkottai. Today, we are going to discuss what are the attributes required for food and beverage service staff. Before going to the topic, we have to know what is attributes. We are having the different definition of attributes. The first one is an attribute is a property or characteristics. The another one is a quality, character or characteristic ascribed to someone or something. The next one is a word ascribing a quality. The last one is something used as a symbol or of a particular person. So these are all the various definition of attributes. The next one is who is food and beverage service staff. Food and beverage service staff is a person who takes the food and beverages order from the guest and serves into the guest and also take care of the guest, or we can say that an F&B staff does anything to make the guest dining experience memorable so that the guest visits the hotel or restaurant again to have the same dining experience. The next slide shows what are the attributes required for F&B service staff. In here the lot of attributes are listed like personal hygiene, punctuality, honesty, loyalty, contact, personality, attitude towards guests, sense of urgency, product knowledge, local knowledge, memory, team spirit and communication skills. So in the upcoming slides we are going to detailedly discuss. These are all the things which are available in this particular slides. The first one is personal hygiene. The personal hygiene is the most important quality for the service staff as they are constantly handling food and beverages and often go near the guest. No guest will patronize a restaurant if the food and drinks are handled by staff who are unhygienic or with bad breath and body odor. The efforts gone into making good quality dishes will certainly not be appreciated by guests if served by staff with poor personal hygiene. Okay, what is personal hygiene? Personal hygiene is nothing but maintaining ourselves hygienically. For example, brush teeth at least twice a day, taking shower daily. We have to wash hair regularly. We are washing our hands regularly. For male staff, they have to shave daily. And also using the mild deodorant is also one of the personal hygiene factor. The next slide shows the personal hygiene factor and also unhygienic factors. So in the case of personal hygiene factors, the hair should be properly tucked inside the cap, no earrings or necklace or chains wear, no outer pockets, wear neat and clean clothes, no wristwatch or rings, cover if you have to find any wounds, nails should be short and clean, torn clothes should be repaired or replaced, wear clogs and safety shoes. These are all the ways to maintain the personal hygiene. The other side is unhygienic factors like hair combing outside the cap, earrings and necklace, wearing of earrings and necklace or chains, outer pocket and contents, wearing dirty clothes, wearing wristwatch or rings, uncared wound like that, open and bleeding wounds, long unpainted nails, torn clothes, barefoot and slippers. So this slide is having the details of way to maintain the personal hygiene and way of maintaining the unhygienic factor. The next slide shows the how to take bath. Many of you think taking bath is a regular work for everyone, but certain procedures should be followed in taking bath also. So that things are explained in this slide, like take off clothes, get soap and cloth, wash face and neck, wash arms and armpits, wash chest and stomach, wash legs and feet, wash private areas, rinse your body, make sure to get all the soap off, pour shampoo in your head, wash hair, rinse your body and your hair, make sure to get all the soap off, dry your body with clean towel. So this is the common procedure for followed while taking the bath. Next one is brushing of teeth is also one of the important factor in personal hygiene. So for taking the sorry for brushing our teeth also we have to follow certain procedure, like place the brush at the 45-degree angle to front tooth surface. Bristles must contact both lines of teeth and gum. Move the brush in a small jiggling circular motion. Clean the inside surfaces of the back teeth by moving the brush in a small back and forth motion. Clean the inside surfaces of the front upper teeth by tilting the brush vertically using small up and down strokes. Clean the inside surfaces of the front lower teeth by tilting the brush vertically using small up and down strokes. Move the brush in a back and forth motion to clean the bitting surfaces. So these are all certain procedures used to brush our teeth. Now next slide shows the how to wash our hands frequently. Due to COVID-19, now in the media and in many areas we hearing the hand washing procedure, but in the hotel industry we are regularly following certain procedure for hand washing. So these slides give the different steps followed in hand washing. Like in the step 1, we have to rub palms together, and next rub the back of both hands, interface fingers and rub the hands together, interlock fingers and rub the back of fingers of both hands, rub thumb in a rotating manner followed by the area between index fingers and thumb, rub fingertips on palm for both hands. The last one is rub both wrists in a rotating manner, rinse and dry thoroughly. The next slide shows the importance of do not touch any facial points, particularly during service or while we are available inside the food premises, because these are all the reasons used to the transfer of bacteria. Because from the human body the bacteria may be multiple, and if they are using these kind of things while through the way of touching our facial points, after touching the facial point, if we are handling the food, the bacteria will transfer into the foods. That's why it should be avoided while we are inside the food premises. The next one is do not sneeze, cough or blow nose near food and in the working area. This picture shows how the bacteria or diseases spread through the air while sneezing or coughing or blowing. So it should be avoided inside the working premises. The next one is do not bite nails, because germs from our mouth will transfer to the finger, and while we are handling the food through our finger, it will be transferred to the foods. So it must be avoided during the working time and inside the working premises. The next one is the white cloth must be used to carry the food, particularly the food which are very hot and cold. The next slide shows the way to polish our shoe, because the shoe must be well polished while we are working inside the food premises. So this shows the procedure of polishing the shoe. This slide shows the importance of wearing clean and well laundered uniform, because this is one of the most important factor, the impression. Everyone says the first impression is the best impression. If you are wearing the clean and well laundered uniform, means we are looking hygiene. That will impress the guest. That's why we are to wear clean and well laundered uniform. The next slide shows the what are the personal hygiene factor followed by the male staff. Male staff should shave every day. Hair must be short and well groomed. Nails should be clean and well trimmed. Beard and mustache should be trimmed regularly. They should not use excessive or strong body spray or perfume. The next one is the hygienic factor must be maintained by the female staff. Hair should be short or tied up. Excessive makeup should be avoided. Nails should be clean and well trimmed. Jewelry should not be worn. However, wedding or engagement ring and simple ear stud is allowed. Stockings should be clean. Sandals, high heels, slippers, open back shoes and slip on are not acceptable, and also they are unsafe. The shoes with laces should be worn. The next one is what are the factors required by both the male and female staff. A high level of stamina and good health is required for both the male and female F&B service staff, as they have to be on their feet throughout the operation hours. This can be achieved by practicing the following things like regular exercise, healthy eating habits, adequate sleep. Checking the personal hygiene is important, and it starts from oneself. It is the responsibility of the head waiter to check the personal appearance and health condition of staff during briefing. The next one is punctuality. What is punctuality? So report on time. The staff must report to work on time with proper uniform and good personal appearance. Normally, punctuality reflects the interest the staff have towards their work. If the staff do not report to duty on time on regular basis, it shows the lack of interest in the job of the particular person. The next one is honesty. It is paramount importance as it reflects the character of a person. The service staff may be tempered to eat guest food, steal establishments and guest property, say lies to colleagues and guests, pass on vital information to competitors, and so on. It is important to remain honest in the face of such temptation. The next one is loyalty. The staff should be loyal to the organization. That is the first important thing. And at the same time, they should also loyal to the guest. In the loyalty, the staff should balance both the establishment as well as the guest. The staff should not badmouth the organization or colleagues to anyone or promote the competitor's business. That is important in loyalty. Next one is contact. The contact of the staff is very important, especially in front of the guest. Rude behavior towards guests or arguing will quickly damage the reputation of the establishment, the reputation which is built over the years. And also the rules and regulations of the establishments must be followed, and the senior staff must be given due respect. Next one is personality. The staff should be diplomatic, tactful, courteous, even tempered, and be not controlled by emotions. During service, wait staff may come across various challenging and damaging situations that should be handled diplomatically. They have to satisfy both customers and management. They must converse with guests in a pleasing manner and have the ability to smile at the right time. That is important one. The next one is attitudes towards guests. Before going into that, what is attitude? Attitudes is a tendency to respond positively or negatively towards a certain idea, object, person or situation. The attitude of the person determines whether he is successful or is a failure. Positive attitudes towards guests will make the service staff successful in their career. The following positive attitudes must be followed by the service staff. They are: anticipate the guest needs and wishes, be attentive to guests at all times during service, not argue with guests, not ignore guest requests. Next one is important one thing: listen to guest complaints carefully and immediately solve whatever the guest can or refer to superior in authority. It's a continuation of attitudes. They have to feel proud of their work, and also they have to take up the additional responsibilities. They must show interest in learning new ideas and developments relevant to his field. They are not indulge the preferential treatment of customers according to the amount of tips he or she received. They have to extend all possible help to his or her colleagues, and they have to report on duty on regular time. They have to stay back till all the guests leave the restaurant, and They have to obey the instruction of seniors. These are all the positive attitudes required for F&B service staff. The next one is sense of urgency. It is very important to increase seat turnover and revenue during business hours. Slow service will lead to low seat turnover and low revenue. The F&B service staff should be quick in getting food from the kitchen, serving dish, presenting bill when completed, and relaying the cover for the next arrival. All these tasks must be done quickly and effectively without running around and shouting. That is a very important one. The next one is product knowledge. The service staffs are salespersons in restaurant and must know the products they are selling to the customer. It is possible to sell a product without having adequate knowledge about it. Waiters must know how each dish is prepared, its portion size, taste, color of the dish, garnish, waiting time required in the case of a la carte menu, accompaniments, correct temperature, service procedure, various types of drinks on offer, drink size, correct glassware to be used, temperature at which it is served, and so on. The knowledge makes the staff more competent in answering or offering suggestions on food and drinks. A waiter with sound product knowledge will always be successful in his work. The next one is local knowledge. The service staff must have sound knowledge of the area where they work. This will enable them to answer any queries of guests on entertainment like places of interest, shopping area, transport facilitating, what are the tourist spots located near that particular area, etc. etc. The next one is memory. Good memory is essential asset for service staff. They should be able to remember who has ordered what, who is sitting in which table, which room number a guest is staying in, the likes and dislikes of the guest, where they like to sit, what type of food they prefer, what type of drinks they take, whether they are smoker or non-smoker, name of the guest, and so on. This will help the service staff satisfy the guest to a great extent. The next one is team spirit. Almost all activities in the F&B service area are carried out by a team of staff. No staff member can think of doing all the activities by himself or herself and be successful in his or her job without the support of other members of staff. Therefore, it is necessary that the wait staff have the ability to get along with everyone. They must help colleagues perform better in their job and complete their work as a team to satisfy customers. The next important thing is communication skill. The excellent communication skill is an essential prerequisite to service staff. This is necessary to suggest, explain, and serve the dishes to customers and have good interpersonal relationships. It is always an added advantage to know the local language and any foreign language to effectively interact with guests. Talking to guests in their own language instead of just English is very effective and builds good relationship. So, We discussed various qualities required for food and beverage service staff. The next slide shows the staffs with the good attributes. So like trimmed haircut, that is related to personal hygiene, clean shaved, on warm smile, feel of confidence, formal dress, the firm handshake, correct body posture. So these are all the attributes required for food and beverage staff, because the food and beverage staffs are always handling the guest. They have to spend more time than the any staffs. So the food and beverage service staff must maintain the positive attitudes, and also they must follow the attributes to impress the guest. That's all. Thank you. Thank you everyone.